everyone, today's video is about when you get called weak by his fans. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You're not sure what stings more, Bakugo's victory, how close you came to losing your own fight, or the voices that carried over the roar of the crowd. Weak. She probably shouldn't even be here if she's going to lose so easily. Isn't that Bakugo's partner? Kind of embarrassing. They don't know that you can hear them. They think they're just mumbling their judgments to one another. But in this giant stadium, every word stings like a slap. You've been around the hero circuit long enough to know that people talk, and fans are both incredibly loyal, but also incredibly brutal. But somehow, hearing them say these things right after watching Bakugo take down an entire squad by himself just stings worse. The walk back to the locker room feels endless. You wanted to congratulate him, to tell him that he was incredible, but a part of you also wants to curl up somewhere alone and avoid him. Avoid the possibility that he might agree with what they're saying. You're half lost in thought when you hear him before you see him. Bakugo's voice echoes through the corridor, fierce and familiar, loud enough that you straighten up. You know, you could try to look a little more thrilled when you won, Katsuki. You say lightly, trying to shake off the sting from earlier, but he doesn't answer with a scoff or a smirk like you expect. He's just watching you intently, studying you in that way that always feels like he's piecing together parts of you that no one else can see. "What's going on with you?" he asks bluntly, stepping closer, and there's a frown on his face, concern wrapped up in irritation. "You've been quiet since the end of that match." Your smile doesn't quite reach your eyes. "I'm just tired, Katsuki. That fight took a lot out of me." His scowl deepens, and you know that he's not buying it. Bakugo has always had a sixth sense when it comes to you, especially when something's off. "Bullshit," he says. "What's really going on?" You sigh, fiddling with the hem of your shirt. "It's just your fans. They were saying some stuff after the match, and it's kind of hard not to hear it." "Yeah, and what did they say?" His eyes narrow, fierce and protective. "Nothing I haven't heard before." You try to shrug it off, but the look he gives you is sharp enough to make you falter. "They were saying that I shouldn't even be here, that I'm weak, and stuff like that." His jaw clenches, and you can practically feel the anger rolling off of him. "They said that." "Don't worry about it." You add quickly, reaching out to touch his arm, but he pulls away, his face darkening. "Like hell I don't worry about it." He snaps, and his voice echoes down the empty hallway. "They don't get to talk like that about you. They don't know a damn thing about what you've done to get here." You bite your lip, feeling a strange mix of gratitude and frustration. "I know they don't understand, Katsuki, but it still hurts to hear." He stares at you, his expression softening slightly. "And you think I'm just gonna let them get away with saying that about you?" "Katsuki," you start, but he cuts you off. "No, I'm serious," he says, stepping closer and gripping your shoulders. "You think I'm gonna stand by and let a bunch of idiots who don't know anything about you talk down to you like that?" Your face flushes, and you can feel the strength of his grip grounding you. "But what if they're right? What if... what if I'm not strong enough? What if I'm holding you back?" For a moment, he looks genuinely taken aback, as if the thought of you doubting yourself was something that he's never even considered. "You're not holding me back," he says, his voice low but intense. "I'm proud of you. I've always been. You should know that." "But I lost that fight, Katsuki."
"And so? You lose one fight and suddenly it's the end of the world."
That's not how it works, Wyan. Heroes lose sometimes. Doesn't mean that you're weak. Means that you learn from it and come back stronger. The warmth of his hand against your face and the fierce determination in his eyes makes something inside you ease. But a part of you still can't shake the words that you've heard, and he seems to notice because he lets out a frustrated sigh, pulling you into a rough hug. Listen to me. I don't give a damn about what they think. You're strong. You're here because you've earned it. You've got guts and power. And you fight like hell. That's why you're my partner. That's exactly why I didn't choose anyone else to be with me. You close your eyes, letting the sound of his heartbeat calm you. Do you really think so? He pulls back just enough to look into your eyes, his own eyes blazing, with that same intensity that always seems to take your breath away. And you should know it too, just like I do. You managed a small smile then. Thanks, Katsuki. Don't thank me, he says, a bit of that usual arrogance slipping back into place. Just don't let those idiots get in your head. You're better than that. You nod and he pulls you closer again, this time gentler, his hand resting against the back of your neck. If anyone says something like that, they're gonna have to deal with me. You laugh softly, feeling lighter than you have since the match ended. I think you're a little biased, Katsuki. Damn right I am, and I have every right to be. Don't you think? No. You're all your eyes, but your heart is pounding, and you find yourself leaning into him, savoring his warmth and his words, because maybe, just maybe, he was actually a bit right. And maybe you don't have to let those words define you after all. With his arms around your shoulder, you walk out of the stadium together, and for the first time, you don't hear the sound of the crowd. All you hear is Bakugo's steady heartbeat by your side. He catches your gaze, raising an eyebrow. What's that look for? You smile, reaching out to lace your fingers with his. Just thanks for being here, for reminding me of who I am, even when I forget. He scoffs, squeezing your hand. Don't get all sappy on me now. You know, you're actually pretty sweet when you try to be. Watch it. If you tell anyone that, I'll make you regret it, Wyan. Your secret's safe with me, Katsuki. He rolls his eyes, but his hand tightens around yours, and there's a comfortable silence between you as you walk through the empty streets. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!